So, as the title said, fan system. So as the title says, yeah, the membership thing is going to be coming back, even though it was out for like a day and then it just got thrown out the window. Then it's brought back again. And I decided to keep it simple and just leave it in one tier, just one. And it's just a simple one tier just named Maven. And essentially about the Maven tier, it's essentially this. Hello, Kelly. The Maven tier, and there's Annis and Kayla. That's what makes me really happy to go live, because as soon as I hit the live button, 1, 2, 3, every time. It makes you want to go live a lot more, but then again, most of the time I can't go live is because my phone is about to go, oh, or these things are going to kick the bucket. But anyway, but yeah, the YouTube membership thing is revived again. Just waiting for YouTube to be like, approved. And it's just going to be one tier. Just Maven, no Siren, no Woozy Wooey, just keeping it simple. And essentially, I have never heard of that kind of meditation, so I cannot answer that. So I got nothing on that one. But the membership, essentially, it's a big pile of stuff. Essentially, you're going to be getting. Keep in mind, this is only all. And just like how the door just swung open and then it just closed and there was nothing there. Please don't mess with me, spirits. Now is not the time for it. Please don't. Don't do it. Mm-mm. Last night they were getting kind of hissy-fitty too, but meh. But anyway, so essentially, here there's going to be exclusive videos, and by exclusive videos I mean stuff like how I've gone live and talked about a specific topic. Yeah, it's going to be like that, except it's going to be like a big organized playlist, and it's going to be going into, I think, I'm trying to find the word. It's going to be going so immensely deeper into the topic than just how I usually do. And the first one I'm doing is actually how to do necromancy, how it's supposed to be done. And the core of it. Nothing fancy smanchy. We're not going to be going over there making concoctions. We're not going to be going over there to go through the back door. We're not going to be using the dead as pawns and having them do whatever we do fit. Don't even, no. If you think that's what I'm going to be teaching you, no. Don't even speak to me, because that's a big whoops. And of course, exclusive live streams too, like how to figure out what's that. But it's primarily the exclusive videos is going to be like pretty much all organized in like kind of like a, I put this. It's kind of like an online, well, not really an online, but it's like an organized archive of information that if you wanted to watch a certain like look into a certain topic, pretty much all you have to do is just see if I have covered it, find the playlist, just click it, and then go from 1.1 all the way down to 1 point, however long I make it. So that way it'll be as in-depth as I can get it. And that's probably the best way that I can explain it. But also, just like the last time that I said, like how there's going to be a once a month intention candle written for everybody that's a member. That's going to be still going on too. But will you stop interrupting me? There's nobody else in here besides me, and it's just so that way you guys know. Because I thought I heard somebody just, be rude and yell. Let's not be rude and yell. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Go. No. Honey bear? Even though I'm not, I don't have any of my tools except this pile of cardstock, I still will get you to scram. Don't test me, hon. No, that. Open your third eye, they said. It'll be so much fun, they said. It's a lie. because once it's open, you can't close it. But to kind of show an example of how I just keep seeing shadows move like in my peripheral vision. I'm like, guys, quit it. Anyway, to kind of show as an example of what how it's gonna like go down and be entailed and step-by-step process, I'm actually going to be doing one as an example for, let's just say, some friends of mine that have pretty much have, let's just say, something very unnecessary and like really just came in and just caused a big upset. Yeah, we're going to be having that be like the example of like, okay, let's see here. We're going to see what we're going to do. Okay, get this thing set up so that way it can just be like, okay, BS, off with you. Yeah, just an example because that's going to be that idea is going to be happening like every month, and the intention is pretty much going to go with essentially like I'm going to try my best to keep it in line with the moon phase and whatever day the first of the month lands on. I'm going to try my best, but if I whip it, oh well, we'll just go with it and we'll see how it happens. But nonetheless, that's that, and I just had and I lost it. It'll come back. Oh, the other thing I wanted to actually just have your minds think and kind of take a moment to take a step back and just like see where you stand currently in your growth. Are you on this path for you? Or are you doing this path just to have someone pretty much be more favorable to you? Are you doing this just to get the notice me to you? Are you doing this just for financial gain? Is this just another persona you're doing? Are you doing this to actually better yourself? Are you doing this to not only expand your awareness and your and all that you know, but also to expand the awareness of other people? I don't know. That's a question you're gonna have to answer on yourself. Because if you have the intention of investing in this line of self-development and self-growth, at the end of the day, it really shouldn't matter what hanky, panky, spanky, danky, wanky, none of them. It don't matter what anybody else outside of you says, thinks, feels, or even has their own opinion. Doesn't matter because it's your self development, and if that's the case, it's yours, not nobody else's. And if that's the case, don't let anybody outside of you affect you in any way, shape, or form that causes you to lose control of yourself, to do something stupid. See here, to kind of push you to do something to show that, oh no, I'm actually this, and kind of make yourself kind of like, I'm trying to, like how in some, like if you're trying to like blow up a flat tire on your bicycle, you stick like the little needle thing in the tire and you start pumping it up. Yeah, don't be doing that like with your ego, trying to blow it up too big and trying to be like, oh, I am like that. You don't need to prove yourself to nobody. You know, the way that I even say it, there's only one person or being in the whole existence that you need to impress. There's only one. You. That's it. Impress yourself. Push the barriers for yourself. Because no matter what happens, I'll get to that in a second. Because when you're able to like pretty much, let's say, impress yourself, you'll actually start building your own self confidence. Being like, wow, I can't believe I did that. Confidence goes up. Especially, this is actually very beneficial for somebody that has Aquarius placements. Oh, I can't do that. Here, hold, hold my hold my book real quick. Does it? Book back, please. See, you said I couldn't do it, but I just did. Just did nonetheless. Now, influence. No matter what happens every day for like the rest of your physical existence, you're always going to be influenced by something outside of you. Someone, something, somewhere. But at the end of the day, the only thing that you can do is pretty much respond in your own choice. You decide how you respond and how you react or what happens next. In blah, blah, blah. My tongue's getting tied up. You're the one who can decide what your next action or choice is based on whatever dimwit over here did. If dimwit came up to you and slapped you, the next what you do next is your choice. So you can do whatever you deem fit that's necessary. Well, if a dimwit comes up and slap you, well, obviously, one, you can either just be all, the heck's wrong with you? Two, okay, if you're going to be thinking you're going to hit me, no. Three, huh, I got a feeling something just hit me. Or four, law enforcement, this guy just came up and slammed me for no reason. Assault, it all depends on you, whatever you deem fit. Because if you react too much to something, like overkill, it actually afflicts the subconscious, and usually when something similar happens again, it makes it pretty much reoccur and it gets more and more intense. So you got to be always control yourself. Anise, I mean, right now I'm kind of like, ugh, but still. And here's another thing to think of. You're only as good as your worst day. I'll say it again. You're only as good as your worst day. Meaning, rude, rude, don't be squeaking. Nuts. Anyway, and it's not making squeak noises. Thank you. That's what it's like. Whoa! Don't you just love it when that happens? When you just take a slight turn and, oh, hello, no. Mhm. And there's a big myth buster right there. Spiritual activity does not only happen at night. No. And Kayla, what happened is I just turned a little bit to the right, just saw its silhouette just stand right there. Even though probably the camera more than likely didn't pick it up, I just turned, oh, hello, no. Then again, some people are more sensitive than others, and some can. I'm not even sure that maybe even like the phone could possibly hinder it. I don't know, not really sure, but nonetheless, phone is throwing a hissy fit, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna die again." Mm-hmm. But anyway, there's something that I was saying before I got really interrupted by some, shadowy thing being all live bomb. Rude. It'll come back probably. Oh, I remember. You're only as good as your worst day. Huh. In other words, Every day when you think the day has been like, everything that exists and everything that breathes, anything that speaks needs to stay as far away from me because I'm not having it. Then there's a really good day. You absolutely love everything for some reason instead of, wanting, to drop an anvil on anything that comes close to you. The day essentially is still the same. And usually, even though we're going to be getting a little bit more into like oh like razor focused pinpointing um daily um what's that called? It's like your daily biorhythm. Essentially each day, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, each day, including not only like the day, also the day number, both the day regarding to a planet on top of, the number. Some days and how they're numbered, just the combination can affect somebody in a good or a face plant. But that's like getting like, oh, mind boggling. But yeah, that's like really specific, but still nonetheless. Either way, whether it's good or bad, you are in control of you, nobody else. And before somebody says, I'm under this person's roof. So, are they controlling your body? Are you a puppet? Mm-mm. No, no, no. Even if they make you think that, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Because there's one thing you have to understand no matter what. Your life is your life. You decide what happens with it, how it goes, that's it. If you're making the choice to jump off a cliff and try and do, you know, a Peter Griffin face plant, and then just stand back up, that even hurt. That's your choice. If you're wanting to go to every university in the United States, your choice. Make the choice for nobody else. And I mean, I'm going to be kind of a little bit point blank here. And it really doesn't matter if it's something like arranged marriage. I hate to be kind of like a little bit going into iffy territory, but still, you life, you decide how it happens. Especially this. Keep this in mind. A long time ago, way before Moses existed in India, when a man was actually hello Lisa, when a man was actually being arranged to have a marriage with, well, good. Things always come at the time that's needed. Except, spirits are like, hey, pay attention to me. No, go away. Now it's not your time, dude. But way back when there's an arranged marriage with a man and a woman, of course they had to consult the astrologer to do the Kuta system synastry to see if it would be favorable or not. But here's where it can get a little bit, wah, wah. Whoops. Pretty much the woman was the one who had the stamp of approval. So pretty much, if the woman wanted to, she could just simply go up to the guy and be like, okay, I'm going to read you off my dean's list of stuff you have to have. You ready? Oh, shoot. Okay. Do you know the Vedas? Without even, without even having it in front of you? Do you know the whole Vedas? No? That's not good. Next. What's your profession? Is it sustainable? You're homeless? Okay. Next. Have you been married before? 3 times? Oh, no. Nope. No. That's how it was done way back then. The woman had all the power to be like, nope, Mm-mm. Yeah. Nope. No, 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 no. He has had how many? And he's still messing up? She had that power. True story. And I keep now, but nowadays it's. But then again, it depends on the culture you're viewing from. Like in the United States, most of the time it's marriage out of like love and woozy wooey, and also sometimes it's marriage for like financial asset gain, whatever it is, woo, whatever. And then there are still some that practice the arranged marriage um, way of handling it. It is what it is, and usually that's how I see everything, just as it is. Wow, look at your hair. I love it. It's so volume,
So we
volumized.
Where's our fearless leader?
Well, she dropped her phone. Well, actually, she didn't drop her phone. Jude thought it'd be cute to hide it in the mop bucket full of water. So yeah, she doesn't have a ringy dingy.
She doesn't have what?
A ringy dingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not coming in.
Oh no, she's trying to figure it out.
Um,
And pretty much all that she wanted me to tell you is just do as you deem fit.
do as I do what?
Deem fit.
Well, I've been gone for like a week, and I didn't get such a hot. Hello there. I didn't get such a hot report from my surgeon. I mean, it's healing and everything, but it
It-
will go. So he's like, someone's got to make it go. And I'm like, oh, great.
Oh,
That would be fun. I feel sorry for that person. So, I'm gonna have to entertain myself. The entertainment isn't here, and you're entertaining, yes, but
yeah, I have really good jokes, but sometimes they may make you go, oh, that can hurt somebody's feelings.
oh, little boundary problem there.
Oh no, it's not that. It's just sometimes some people are like that kind of hurts my feelings.
You got new buds in.
I have new what in?
New butt. I call
Okay.
earbuds.
Like we're not gonna touch that. But yeah,
No,
yeah, these ones are good.
I don't like my little wireless ones that sit like this. They fall out. Terrible.
I mean, I personally love them because oh, there's a mic in there.
I
Or, oh, and TV has been working.
hasn't or has.
Has.
Oh well, you don't. But we've lost. I usually call her Buttercup, but not she likes that. Yeah, you can call her Buttercup.
Oh,
I
you know,
don't know. Let Vanessa watch what she wants to watch. If I got eaten and I might listen to something or talk to someone.
Okay. Well, you know what they say about buttercups? They're poisonous.
No, mommy, that name. My wife calls me that. My mom calls me that.
Beautiful flower, but
Oh, do you?
don't make that plant mad because yeah, it's poisonous.
Okay, so buttercups are.
Yep, they're poisonous.
You got a dress on, sister. You look cute. You look very summery. Oh, that's not so you're going summery. I just bought a dress almost like that, only it's got tears of ruffles,
Okay,
like
no.
tears. Stop. But it's so damn hot here.
Pretty much make sure you always take stock of yourself and just really just ensure that you're doing what's best for you always. And the only person who does know is usually you all the time. Other than that, now it's just open floor, and the only one that I have with me is the heaven or hell to rope. So one at a time now. Don't be like, oh, question flood me. One at a time. Oh, and this one? Yeah, this is the one that everybody compliments. I don't even know why. everybody just loves. Every time I put it on, it decides to pull my hair for whatever reason. Yep. Okay, Caleb. I'll get to that first. Just gotta show this thing off. I'm gonna try and pronounce it. I can never pronounce it right. A Shorotsky moon with clear quartz all the way up till you get to opalite and then that clear quartz thing again. Then we got moonstone, and then we got another kind of moonstone, all the way up to the clear quartz, and then regular clear quartz, and then topped off with aquamarine in the back. Blah, blah, blah. Too many big words, one sentence. Just pull my hair. What else is there? And yes, super chats are heavily appreciated and desired, but you know, be practical. But anyway, so Kayla, whoop, too far. Perhaps suppose will I face in path? Okay. Is this Toy Story 3 or 4? Okay, for Kayla, current standing. Right now, if you're standing in need of cups, you're deciding to be like, meh, done with it. I'm done with something, turn the back, even though it's just not really. It's kind of just completely just. It's pretty much not really giving you the satisfaction as you thought it did. And for bloody sakes, Lisa, I swear, you're gonna make me have to send you like truckloads of chocolate. You're driving me crazy. Hmm. Hey. Anyway, thanks, Lisa.
These cartoons are so cute.
So,
Aren't they?
right now, Kayla, you probably invested in something like into a belief system, mindset, or practice that's kind of like, kind of turning your back on that because you're like, nope, it's just not doing the thing you want. And what made you be like, nope, I quit about it? What made you quit is that, let's just say you found a better stick to swing with. Don't take it like that. That's nasty. But pretty much you found something else that's more, has a lot more zest and a lot more liveliness to it. Like it's actually something that inspires you much more vastly than just something that's just like, I'm not doing this anymore. Even though I'm finished with it, it's just, okay. What is a known issue and then then actually, give me one known issue and then two unknown issues. The known issue is being perhaps having emotional, spiritual maturity. But also, since he's also holding a lotus, it's also the awareness of having to being able to withstand the hardship of life and going through the absolute oh Lord man to why moments and still being able to blossom like a lotus. Because the way that the lotus grows, it starts off just in the complete muck and like ugh, and then it just grows and it grows up into the flower point and just blooms into the most beautiful thing in the world. And it's usually believed in India, I believe, or Egypt, one of the two, is that when the lotus flower blooms, like this, like the sweat from it blooming is actually known to be like the elixir to the divine. So supposedly, if you happen to drink the little sweat drop that comes off the lotus flower, congratulations, you found the elixir of immortality. Just a random thought. But oh boy, the Kraken's out. Oh boy, it's the giant squid. But also, Kayla, like what I was saying earlier, be careful of things trying to influence you because you see the little snake being like, hey, hey, listen, hey, hey. Nah, he's not gonna pay attention. Yeah, don't let things outside of you try and misguide and misdirect you. Ever, I don't even know why. I just noticed this. This depiction too. This King Cups, he's actually having. He's like sitting in a chair with wheels and is being pulled by a. I have to say it this way. He's sitting in a little chair with wheels and is being pulled by a hooter or an owl for whatever reason. It's like, okay, my good sir, you're really tempting to have those come and be like, oh, that you think you're cute with that, huh? Well, joke's on you, dude. Give it a second. And that's a known issue, King of Cups. The unknown issues that you're not aware of, one, is that no matter what happens, everything is still going to be moving forward, whether you're ready for it or not, and things are still going to go forward without your say so. Everything is going to progress, even if you're saying, like, nope, I'm not ready. Well, we're going anyway. As well as Ace of Pentacles. Even though the things are still going to be moving without your, without you catching your breath, you'll be able to actually get yourself sustainable at least. You'll be able to still function despite everything going all oh Lord, everything is going way too fast. Can we try and slow things down? No, we're still going, but hey, you're grounded. And make sure your mental health and you're able to rescue yourself and bring yourself mental peace. Because if you don't, that's where it's going to get more out of hand. Because this is a big test for you, and don't mind, the angel sticking a horn up his nose. And all the people down below are like, "Oh God, really again? You're supposed to blow with your mouth, not your nose, you dimwit." Says, "I'm sorry." At least that's what I get. Just be aware that no matter what happens, everything's still going to progress forward, and you'll be able to function. You'll still be able to live day by day. You'll still be secure. You'll still have like a roof over your head. You'll still be able to take care of yourself. It's just that sometimes the way that things progress is just like, surprise, we're going. Well, pretty much what the topic was earlier, it was just like pretty much taking stock of yourself and just reevaluating where you stand on your self growth and self development, and pretty much only giving answer those questions I can. And I was also explaining like how the new membership thing is going to go. And Lisa right now, I just happened to see what the sticker thing looked like. I just love how it's a. Is that a? Yeah, it's a fox wearing a blue kimono, and he's just jumping in midair. Single whimsical. Something planning to move on to a state we've been talking about for years, and after 17 years, he changed it to a different state. He's being indecisive. Okay, for Kelly, why in the heck is her significant other, can't make up his mind and said how pretty much it was already locked in. He's like, well, I'm changing again. Why is he doing this? Why is he thinking, it's cute to be like, you make a choice right now, you take the choice right back, you put the choice back in, and now you're making things a mess. Okay, just, his general all-around standing. Let me try that again because, like, almost half the deck just flew out of my hand. Yeah. Well, the reason why he's so, the way he is in the current standing is because he's a hermit. It's like he's trying to find something. But the issue is, here's the issue. The hermit is an individual that's secluded. And although he's very intelligent, and this depiction is, he definitely does not like, Gandalf with a hoodie. But here's the issue. As you can clearly see, the hermit is, kind of living proof that dinosaurs once roamed the earth. In other words, he's been looking for something forever and still hasn't found it. So, with that in mind, overall, he's trying to find something that he has been trying to find for way too long, and he's making it a little bit too unrealistic at this point. It could have been something like you were saying, like, okay, we're locked in, we're going to go to this place. It's been set for years. Sudden change. Like, they're trying to find security in a different location. Well, this place is already secure. Mental standing. Mental stand. Okay. His mental standing is the Princess of Twigs. So, how do I put this? Mentally, he kind of makes decisions a bit too fast and a bit too on an emotional whim. Like if something gets out of, you know, something's a bit discomforting, he just he kind of is like, nope, mm-mm, nope, nope, I'm not gonna deal with it. Like he responds in a way that's a bit too in the face and too emotional and all over the place. And sometimes he can be a little bit like, okay. And that's like his mental, like the way that he mentally responds, the way he's thinking about the situation. It's a bit snappy and a bit sometimes uncontrollable, and it's like unpredictable. Sometimes you can be a little bit like, okay, then, dude, why are you doing that? Why are you thinking like that? Why is your mind going in that direction? I mean, where this thing? That's a stand with balls on. Anyway, how's he standing on his spiritual level? Yeah, balls. It's a stand with 6 balls on it. 3 sets of 2. So release the spiritual standing for him. spiritually, we on the spiritual part, he is the he who font. Um, okay. By any chance, does he have like a spirituality that's very old school? Like it's very traditional, like old school, like even to the point where it's just like, oh, I have to be in, the lead. Notice me, I'm important. Is he something like that? And also, by any chance, yeah, probably spiritually he might be kind of a bit. How to put this? Like he's so fixed in his ways that he's kind of like traditionally strict with it. By any chance, this is gonna sound a little bit like okay then, but still. By any chance, did he ever do somebody bad that was Jewish? Like, did he actually like? Eh, did he harm someone that was of the Jewish background or Jewish faith? I don't know why I picked up on that, but that's just what came in my head. Like, did he happen to scold them? Did he happen to tell them your way of belief is stupid or anything along those lines? No, Kraken. That's a treadmill. That's a treadmill. Because at least with this, I'm getting like a vibe of, I'm getting a big vibe that, spiritually, if something challenges his belief system, he kind of scolds at it. And it's either his way or no way. Yeah, yeah, pretty much spiritually in his like philosophical then it's pretty much set in his ways, and if it's not the way that it is supposed to be to him, done with it. And because since also the I have to call it the way he is. And also because since the he who fought is technically to be, you know, logical. There you go. Technically, he is a guru figure, but not in the way that it's supposed to be. Because the real way a guru is that the students, right there, they are the one who call him guru, not him. He doesn't call himself guru. And usually, when you see somebody doing that, essentially, the, essentially, essentially, when you have like a figure, kind of like being all like, "I am a guru. Listen to me. I know what I'm talking about." No, no. If anything, they are the farthest from a guru right then and there. Because guru, no. If somebody is flaunting that around as a title to, get noticed. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. In fact, that's a Jupiter in Capricorn. He's only being a guru, only being that just for a title, not to the point. Hello, Enchantress. And usually with a Jupiter in Capricorn, that's not a really good placement. Because essentially you're taking the voice of the one that actually is supposed to guide and inspire others and pretty much speak on behalf of divinity. And now you're telling them, hey, you're going to have to pipe down, how many words you use in the sentence, dude. And no, you cannot be leading your church sermon and making it so loud. You cannot be doing that. That doesn't work. That's not going to work. Even to make it even more of a bigger, like, oh, that you can't, there's no way that's going to work. Imagine this. Imagine you're down south and you're attending a church service that's pretty much a black church. And how they have their services, it is like, whoa, lively. And it's like, okay, we are right awake here. Yeah, imagine going to the pastor of the church and leading the whole service, and you're telling them, is there any way you can pipe down and not be so loud? That's not going to work. If anything, he's going to look at you and be like, oh boy, bless your heart, that you're going to hope that God himself don't smite you right in front of you. That's not going to work. Don't try and restrict or, you know, have order and structure to somebody who's being a philosophical figure that's trying to guide you to a better way of living. That's not going to work. You can't restrict that. You cannot manipulate and control it because it does not work. Okay, so now at least and also I have to call for when I'm seeing it. We have two elderly figures here, so more than likely if there's like a father-in-law figure or even a father figure or somebody substantially older trying to make a big, you know, hamper on this, might want to take in stock of that and just keep an eye on that. Advice cards. Okay, Ellie, I still have to pull you 3 advice cards. Number 1. Yeah. Never run temperance. Take the current BS that's going on and make something better out of it. Okay. Number 2. You'll be getting a wish fulfilled if you, make something new and better out of this hot mess. Okay. Make something new. Actually, make a wish fulfillment come about by taking something from A to B and trust your intuition with it. Bada boom. Yep. Trust what you feel and what you're not the mundane, and make sure that you don't leave yourself vulnerable to even more stupidity from it. Bottom of the deck, we have Empress. Yeah, of course, Cal. But since the Empress is at the bottom of the deck, well, you know what they say about the Queen to the King. The Queen can survive without the King. The King cannot survive without the Queen. Mm-hmm. Because the King pretty much feels fulfilled when he pretty much provides the wishes to the Queen. And whatever the Queen wants, if the King says no, he made a big mistake. Big mistake. Because not even the King tells the Queen no. That's a big no-no. So if he tries to retaliate, like saying like, no, we're not going to do that. You sure? Yeah, our next one. Enchantress. Does he want to work with you? Let's see. I probably better write one about it. It's like, how does he feel currently towards you right now? Hmm? I think I think it was you like push up like that, and then you come back now, like
Yes.
yeah. If you feel the burn, well, be good. Usually, at least that's what they say. But I'm not a doctor, so don't believe anything I say medically.
Yeah, this is how it is. I was get you wrong.
So, Enchantress, there's your answer. Coming in hot with a big flaming stick, yes. There you go. I'm seeing that as a big yes. He's coming in hot. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, Kraken. It's a oh. Yeah, Kraken. It's a he who flames most. No, it's not me. Toodaloo, Kelly. Not here. I'll put myself on the spot while trying my best not to humiliate myself. In here, and I'll do a spread that's pretty. Let's just say that's pretty like wow, that's a bit overkill. If any of you that do read Tarot, if any of you happen to know the Romani spread, yeah, that's the spread I'm gonna do. But if you're new here and don't know what kind of spread that is, well, here I'll tell you. It's essentially just like past, present, future, but here's the big whoa part to it. Instead of just drawing one card, you essentially draw 7 for past, 7 for present, and 7 for future. Bada boom. 7. Not 1, not 6, not 5, 7. You can go from there. And boy, let me tell you, the Romani spread can sometimes be a bit overwhelming. Like, oh, there's way too much going on here. But once you know your process a few times, not so bad. Probably the most of all the spreads I've ever done, the one that has been the most like, oh gosh, there's way too much going on here. It's essentially I did a reading for somebody that had a lot of people involved in the situation, and for whatever reason, they wanted me to use a single deck for each single person. And yes, the multiples of the same card kept popping out. Yeah, what a headache. And I don't read every deck the same, so you can just imagine my head, like, good Lord, Manta. So Okay. Let's see here. Jojoba oil is, to be technical, it's not really an oil technical, but I'll have to remember it because I can't remember a jojoba like right off the top of my head. But Pomarosa oil is essentially kind of like the same kind of plant species similar to lemongrass, but it's also it's a, it essentially supports the like floral scents. When it comes to aspects like that, Chantress, Lilith, at least what I've seen, anything trine, square, sextile to Lilith, she doesn't even respond to it. Like if something's square to her, she's just with it. Meh. Oh, here we go again with Larry. Okay, let me help with Larry again. Because it looks like still he's not, doing what he's supposed to. Damn it, Larry. Larry, you're supposed to be the cable guy and fix this stuff. What are you doing, dude? Damn it, Larry. Let's see. That's for like Lilith and those kind of aspects. Lilith is what's the most important with her and her placement. The most important is just how she's placed and how the moon's placed, essentially. Because if the moon is not really in a good standing and Lilith is not in a happy standing, she's not she's not going to be happy no matter what happens. But if the moon is strong and Lilith is not as happy in her placement, she can deal with it. But if it's the reverse, if Lilith is like an Aries in the highest dignity, but then Moon is not happy and in trouble, the more the more the vengeful, darker side of Lilith will be coming about more than the more like trying to empower herself, the more vengeful. Like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna take out this stupidity that's giving me a headache, more than just trying to move past it.
Have no fear. I have a phone. This was a
Ring a ding a ding. You should have seen when she came in with it. It was like mermaid hair without the sand in it. So let's see.
So my son dropped my phone.
So how is Larry standing as of now? What's his standing? Please don't be Five of Swords again. I remember Five of Swords.
So yes.
His current standing.
The apple plant's coming on, but that's all.
Yeah, and Ace of Cups.
So I got the new iPhone.
So he's in a state that's actually very perceptive and kind of emotionally vulnerable. And how are you standing? And you're the Six of Pentacles. Trying to get fairness and just give and take and fairness between you two. What's expected and what needs to be, given as fair share, which is typical.
In the dash. Now, was your Apple thing coming on? I did not. Well,
So what is keeping you two apart and keeping this BS thing going on?
what have you done already?
Number one, somebody is having the walls too up still. Somebody's not letting the walls down.
I did. I did.
and another thing clarifying the walls being up.
It was my first year. It's my brain. It's the, everything I do is everything on the phone.
Whoops. Somebody's walls are up because they had an oh my lord land a whoops moment happen. Somebody's being like over defensive of themselves because of a sudden oh whoops moment. So this whoops moment, what came face first to the ground? And what came face first is that somebody probably made a big whoops and kind of agitated the other person, or like another love interest they had prior to you, or it could be the vice versa, or worse, much worse. What came crashing down is that ability to have self-control, lost control of self, and then the new foundation to stand afterwards is so the falling of strength, control, and then the new foundation is moving extremely slow and like in a state of paranoia, slow and steady, and 50,000 years later. So he's still kind of, but it does. If you're able to wait, yes, he has potential to come back. Yes,
Just finish that and then I'll meet you on the table.
if you can wait this out, then yes, it has potential. Yes. What is something that's not currently like apparent that you know about with Mr. Larry? Something you don't know is that somebody's being sneaky, sneaky, and thinking they're slick. Somebody is being slick or trying to be. Clarify the Seven of Swords. Why is there that sneaky, sneaky BS going on? Don't be what I'm hoping is going to come out. Don't be it. He who fought again. Ugh. Well, something you're not aware of is that somebody is trying to use. Uh, Somebody is trying to use some kind of guilt trip upon you, trying to make you think that, oh, that's not morally right, but in a way, they're using it as a weapon. They're using a philosophy to kind of be essentially they're being in a way that's manipulative and trying to use moralistic ways of thinking. There's somebody doing that between you and Larry. It could be somebody who thinks that they know what they're talking about, but they're not really knowing what they're doing, and they're intentionally causing damage between the two. That's something you may not be aware of, so keep in mind that. What is your suggested courses of action? Give me two potential courses of action to ensure that Mr. Larry does come back where he needs to go to. Option one. Number one, Six of Cups. We have the nostalgic woozy woo happen. Everything is happy, cheesy fairyland. Yay! Pretty much just focus on the stuff that actually drew you to him in the first place. Option two. Option 2, we have the death card. So, course of action you need to take is have the part that's not really helping you, like possibly having fear, anxiety, or a way of thinking that's like, I don't know, should I move on or should I forget about them? Because if you have that way of thinking, it's actually kind of emitting the idea of like, I kind of want to give up on them. It's just like the idea of it that still might push it away still. So that way of thinking that's pushing it away, yeah, that's going to have to kick the bucket and that's going to have to, stop moving. Because if you make that stop moving, that's when this other Six of Cups, the nostalgic restoration of emotional, like the restoration of a nostalgic past, like a past love, or like how things used to be that was woozy willy. That's how this is going to come back up. So make sure you have the BS kick the bucket, because if you don't have a kick the bucket, it's still going to cripple you. So he will come back, just don't let the BS get to you. And also get this sneaky he who fought away from you two, because he's being a pain in the tush. Make sure you get him far away as possible. Yep, King of Swords. Don't be afraid to get feisty with him. Yes, I like the depictions of this deck too. It's kind of like a very kind of a grayscale, but woozy, mystical kind of a feel to it. Even though I'd much rather have it be like the name you changed to heaven or hell, because that sounds better than heaven and earth. So learning, when will enchanters be able to do the astral projection? To be technical, you can be able to do it now. Technical, but here's a better way of asking it. What would be the circumstances surrounding her ability to actually begin doing that astral projection? What are the circumstances surrounding that event? Option, well, one. First card is F this deck. You'll be able to astral project when you're at your best state, being able to be so pure and focused and spiritually in tune with effortless focus to the point where you just flow into it. F this deck, I quit. So there's your answer. You have to be operating at your best self. You can't let no BS mess with you. You have to be full in control of your emotions. You have to be able to stay pure to yourself, no matter what happens. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that Romani spread on myself. Yeah, the ones with 21 cards. Yep. The first pile of 7 are behind moi. Card 1. King of pointy sharp objects. Card 2. This sounds so horrible. Card 2. He who is hung most. Card 3. The knight with a solo cup. Card 4. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Card 5. The world. The finally game over. Now we can do a new game plus. We have 2 courts and majors. Nope. I'm just doing a remaining spread on myself. Card 6. Card 6, nine of twigs. And lastly, for the last one, number 7, ace of twigs. Now the present. 7. Card 1, present. Bloody. Card 1, ace of pentacles. Card 2, wakey wakey. Again, Gabriel, you're sticking the horn in your nose instead of your mouth. Judgment. Killing me, dude. Wrong. No, that's not how you blow it. Card 3. Card 3. Card number 3. Oh, 7 of swords. Somebody's trying to be slick. Card 4. Oh, the cheesy woozy wooey. Oh, the lovers card. Definitely, this is definitely not how it happened. You know, Adam and, picking up Lilith and, having, Divinity be like, hey, Adam, don't mess up because there's a sword behind your head. That's not how it happened. Card 5. Card 5. Up now we have the solo cup. 3 aces. 3 aces in a way too many meters. Card 6. 5 of twigs. Oh, good. Looks like Rahu's coming in on that one. And lastly, number 7. Card 7. The definitely not Christ Magician. Okay. Way too many meters here. Here's what it is. The future 7. Number 1. Number 1, future incoming. First card, He Who Font. Great. Great. Nice to know in my future I'm going to have a notice speaker come at me. Card 2. 7 of Cups. I have no idea what I'm doing. Card 3. Card 3. 4 solo cups.
Yeah. I guess that is 92.
Card 4. 6 of Pentacles.
She didn't give you. I had to go because I had to get my phone.
Card 5. Princess of Pentacles. 2 more. Don't do it. Card 5. Wait. Card 6. Oops, I can't count. Oh well, it happens. 6. Justice. And then the last one. Don't you dare. Because I will throw this deck off a cliff. And I'm not even kidding. Card 7. F this deck. I quit. Nope, I'm done. I quit. Done. Nope. Off with it. So, to translate this bloody thing. Picking up all the cards, and I'm going to go one by one. No, not rip in a bad way, because whenever that card comes out, this one, it's like a good thing. It's just a, you know, a reoccurring inside joke. Whenever, she comes out, it's like, okay, we're done. So, so the first 7 about the past regarding the situation in question. First one, King of Swords. Yeah, kind of wanting to have just and being, have fairness being, and just bestowment of investment being given to where it's supposed to go. And that's true. It kind of, with some kind of certainty. Yes, that's been, giving me headaches for a while. Then we have He Who Is Hung Most. Yeah, he got, got a bit of in a position where you have like, oh, again, stuck with this BS? Fine, whatever, over it. And then for some reason, despite being stuck upside down, the Knight of Cups, or he who has a solo cup and a pony, try to be coming back through being all woozy woozy again, by pretty much trying to bestow a wish and rejuvenate something between two parties. But I'm kind of at the point like it's either you're going to be finished and ending this cycle of BS, or I'm in the whole cycle with you. Because yeah, I'm not really buying BS no more. Because I'll just take my, big giant beating stick and take it elsewhere to, hit someone upside the head with. Currently, though, I'm building a lot of financial security and my everyday 3D living, becoming more secure. And I'm perfectly aware I'm being tested and don't mind, Gabriel just, just waking up and, trying to, blow the horn, but he's sticking it up his nose instead for some reason. And even everybody's like, again, dude? And I'm perfectly aware that there are at least 2 figures, and I know most likely who they are, that think, oh, okay, we're going to mess with them. No, 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 don't do that. Please don't make this like Jackass remake. Don't do that. And for whatever reason, I guess the lovers come out. But in this case, it's kind of like how the best say it is that even there is like a reunion of some kind, even Divinity is getting sick of his shit. to put it bluntly. Because now, if you notice, behind Adam's head, there's a sword, like pointed right to the back of his head. Please don't mess up. Well, there's a solo cup that's, having all the water, instead of going inside the cup, it's flowing outward. Whoops. So there might be still emotional derpiness going on. I hope not. Please no. But there's still going to be a lot of table flipping, a lot of face palming. So it looks like it's still a lot of the magician life for me still. Coming towards the future or for my face. The first thing right off the bat. Oh, he who found looks like, oh boy. Looks like I'm gonna have to be that figure that's like, stop being stupid. Please no, I don't want to be doing that again. And yes, most definitely I'm gonna be all like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I tried everything from pushing this kid off a cliff, hitting him with a blunt object. Nothing's working. Please. What else am I supposed to do with it? Even to the point where I'm like, no, I just don't want to deal with this thing anymore. Because it's not being fair and just to give and take with me. Because I've been waiting patiently for a secure grounded message to come through. But it's this karmic slot machine of equal give and take is taking too long. So I'm going to worry about myself in the future. Put myself first. And boy, could that not be too. Oh yeah. Well, for some reason, her phone decided to go, you know, do a cannonball into the mop bucket full of water. Yeah, it cannonballed in there.
I got a new phone.
Yeah, she got a new ringy dingy apparatus.
Oh, no, my 1-year-old did.
It's like,
I don't know where he got the phone from in the first place. I went and dumped the box bucket out and my phone. I was like,
yes, Cyprian, I can do this for you.
well, no, I was shopping. I was busy. I wasn't.
What's your presence, Sidri?
I don't know where he even grabbed it from.
What is the thing you want me to look into? What's your question?
You don't have to get up. Put it down.
Hmm? Oh yeah, well, I was like, wow, little Bo Peep.
No, the seat.
Oh
Little Bo Peep.
yeah, because that's who that character is, little Bo Peep. But she's she doesn't have like that big over hipster dress on. Like her hips aren't overkill. Suppose I think. Well, at least it's not big dope Peep. Okay. So Sindri, intuitively, you're going to be having a spread be done the way that, at least for me, it kind of makes me get very terrified. The way that it's done. It's just a regular cross and stuff cut across. a 13 card spread, but there's a twist to it. Here's a twist. I don't just draw the cards like how I was before. This is where it gets intense. So, here's how it's going to go. I'm just being intuitively told, just shuffle one more time after this one. It's going to be pretty intense, and okay, so here we go. Okay. One, number one. Number two. Number three. So this is how it works. You can only pick top card or the bottom card of a stack. But here's the twist. When you choose a certain stack, you cannot choose the same stack again. Pretty much that stack gets locked, and you have to choose the other two. Either the top card or the bottom card. Now you're going to be choosing 13 cards like that. You're going to choose one at a time. Card one. Which one? Top left, top middle, top right, bottom left, bottom middle, or bottom right. And this is where you're going to really listen to your intuitive side. Top right. First blood. Turn standing. Defeated. Five of swords. There's a standing of somehow you're feeling like you're in a situation where there's no victory in sight, and there's like no. There's also a sense of like already being defeated, but you haven't even started yet, and you're kind of possibly intimidated. Okay, that pile is now locked. Now you can only choose top left or top middle or bottom left and bottom middle. Where's my sheep? Oh, don't tell me that it grabbed that sheep. Bottom left, you are encountering the lovers. You might be encountering a figure that's actually going to help you find divinity or connect to this divinity figure. But now here's a big thing you got to keep in mind. If this connection or this person that you meet, friendship wise, woozy, woo kind, don't matter. If they've invested in your spiritual growth, you have to invest in theirs too. And if you don't, you can clearly see the sword about to go into the back of Adam's head. So divinity's like, okay, Slick, since this figure helped you, now you gotta help them. You don't? Well, this is gonna go right in your neck. So that pile's locked. And now you can only choose middle top, middle bottom, or right top or right bottom. Then the bottom. All of this is going down because you want to have a deeper spiritual connection to something. You want something that's more permanent and more real. Something that's actually going to heal and rejuvenate a part of you that has been wounded pretty bad. And you want to have that feeling of like being whole and complete again. Now you're going to choose the left or right, the top or the bottom of those two. And so 10 cards left to go. Hit this bloody things. Just I don't know what you said. Power, battery, no. Is that not where I was going to shriek? Top. Which one? Left or right? Why does this thing smell like a Tootsie Roll? Okay, somehow I'm making essential oil blend that smells like a Tootsie Roll. Top left, okay. Behind you or backing you up? The world. Right, okay. So behind you is that you probably have ended a phase of your life, so that way something new can begin. Or something that's backing you up is a cycle that's finally come to a close. Thank goodness. About time. And now something new can start. That's behind you. And the experiences of that experience is actually supporting you with it. So now you only got the middle and the right. Let's back a bit more. Alright. Mm-mm. Don't even. Don't even. I'm just waiting. I'm still just waiting on you. The right. Which one? The top or the bottom card? You did say. You did say right. You did. I was just waiting. Like, okay, the right pile, the top or the bottom card. That was all I was waiting for. So the most desired, sought after outcome. Ten of Pentacles, financial and 3D mundane security and fulfillment on the 3D plane, which is a acceptable and logical desire to obtain. Yeah. Last Now the future coming towards you. Left, right, no. Left, middle, the top, or the bottom. Okay. The top of middle or left. Okay, coming right towards your face. Four Pentacles. So coming towards you, you're going to be holding on to the connection that's actually going to help you connect to this divine. Yeah, told you. It can be very like, whoa, wait a minute. That's the point. It really makes you try and focus in and choose. Because if you don't focus, it gets your mind in a state of like confusion. That's why you gotta really focus in and then go with whatever comes first. Like for example, if I was going through this, I would just right top. Whatever comes out, mid, mid, bottom. Just the first thing that pops in your head, just go with it. But coming towards you, being at Four Pentacles, you're going to be holding on to this lover's connection that's going to be having you encounter and meet this divinity. So that's a good thing. You're not going to be going sneaky, sneaky behind them. That's a good thing, thank goodness. Because if you did, then that would not be good. So now we have 7 more. Almost out of this hot list. Mid top, mid bottom, right top, right bottom. Yes.
There was, I think, I moved it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Go on.
Sure.
Self-perception is the high priestess. Essentially, you're seeing yourself currently really focusing in on listening to the intuitive side. You're trying to block out anything that's influencing you, and you're trying to really focus in. Trying to hear and see without your eyes and feel your way through. Okay, so left, right, top of the mountain. meaning that your self-perception, you're seeing yourself in a state where you are pretty much becoming more in tune with your intuitive side. You're blocking out external forces and you're relying on hearing and seeing what's not seeable, seeing and relying on something beyond the regular five senses. Right at the top.
You can sit there or there. Unless it's on the cushion. Yeah, unless it's on the cushion.
No, all I got was the top. And choose the left one or the right one. Top, left, or right. Outside perception is seeing you as a sound, so other people are actually noticing that you're becoming more bright and you're a lot more radiant. People are seeing you in a more supportive, brighter light. Kind of more childlike too. I have middle and left, the top or the bottom. That's my like the middle top or the bottom. The left one is locked. You can choose that one. So the top or the bottom of the middle. Top or the bottom. you're hoping for, but also deathly afraid of, Queen of Pentacles. You're hoping for a figure to actually help nurture and provide guidance that's practical, realistic. But also, you're afraid that this is going to be a figure that's going to be kind of a little bit intimidating and a little bit judgmental about your investment. They might be a little bit too critical and may tell you to be a little bit more realistic. It might be a little bit intimidating. That might be a fear you might have. But overall, you want a figure to be able to help you strategize and gain more in this investment. So now we only have technically one card left, and then for like the last three, I'll just pull them. No, actually, when you choose the left top or left bottom, or the right top or right bottom, the last three will be the bottom. So last card for the outcome: top left, bottom left, right top, or right bottom. The outcome is the Hermit, meaning that you will be pretty much a figure that actually helps guide others into finding their own duties and kind of guiding the way and leading the way. So when it comes to the question about what deities or like figures that you're more suggested to go towards here, Five of Cups is one clarifier. Another one is the Four of Wands. And the last clarifier is who I like to call Sparling. But don't be thinking like, oh, that's bad. No, no, no. Don't think like that. None of that. Mm-mm. No. So looking over all of these, I'm going to give you some ideas that are currently apparent. See. Number one, your clarifiers are Five of Cups. But don't be thinking like I'm going at it like clarifying, oh, this is depression. That's not what I'm going with. Something different. Five of Cups with Four of Wands. And I prefer to call it this. It's the actual devil. But I call him Chris Farley instead because it's the same thing. And if you don't know who that is, I'll tell you that in a second. Oh, first off, potentially you could have an archangel as an option. An angelic figure at the top. Mercury is another one, or Hermes. Our Lady Mary is another one. Diana, Celine. Any moon related, like I'm gonna try and pronounce this. It's Japanese, so I'm gonna try my best. Tisanogi, maybe? Past that? Hikate? Iridia? Chunga? You're wondering what I'm saying, man. I just, I mean, I'm just saying the names of certain ones off the top of my head that I'm thinking. Okay, this was obvious. Paulo, Sol, Ra, Surya, Balder, Amaterasu, for the Hermit, Kronos, Saturn, Shani, Lazarus,
Over here. Like it's not my app isn't downloaded to my phone yet. How you doing out there? Good job. You're at 30 minutes already. Almost. Yeah.
Odin,
What about you?
Osiris, and Ptah. Now, clarifiers. Ent- entities that are on the left-hand path, because if that's simple. And just because they're left-hand path doesn't mean like, oh, you're evil. Don't think like that. No. Mm-mm. No, don't think like that. And now the last clarifier, as I like to call him instead, Chris Farley. And I call him that because this card is about enjoying your senses, the five senses, and enjoy the world around you. But know your limits and know that you have plenty when you get to that point. Enjoying the physical around you with discretion. That's the benefit side of this figure. Yes, yes, Katie, that's who I'm saying. Chris Farley is like this card. Live life and live it hard. Except the problem is, with him, he lived life and hard too much. But knowing when you've had enough and you've got your limit, that's the same thing with this card. It's the same thing. Got your limit, so you stop. Mm-hmm. The exact same thing. Go in all in 100%. And actually, this is my last one, so. Of course, any other on the left side, but also fun enough Lilith, because if you notice the one figure, she's tempting the man, and you're like, oh, well, it's you all the way over there by yourself. Oh, darn. These kids watch nowadays. Anyway, I'm gonna end the live stream here. I'm gonna go get lunch. So you have a lot of options to go with. So go and see. Oh yeah, Katie. I know. I saw it. So I might be live later. More likely I will. So then I'll just see you guys later then.